I'd like to welcome you guys to this week's report and wish you guys a happy 4th of July. Remember that dogs don't really like fireworks for the most part. And if you got an outside dog, you might want to keep them inside. And if they're still having problems, you know, you can get drugs from your vet, or you can use like a half a Benadryl. We'll usually calm them down. That's not medical advice, that's just what I've done in the past. But make sure to take care of your four-legged friends here during this time. I know it's a stressful time for them. Our dogs are very happy to celebrate any holiday, but especially Chloe here. But once the fireworks start, I usually put them in the bedroom with the TV on to try and keep the excitement down. Anyway, so a lot of good fishing happening this week here. I've actually switched to an iPad with my notes as opposed to a scribbled thing. So if I'm looking down and confused, that's what I'm looking at. So we got good weather all over the place this weekend. Today was a little breezy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday looked great. A little bit of a southeast wind on Sunday morning. Classic Catalina eddy. That'll affect the coast from Dana Point up to the Santa Monica Bay and also the channel between Cat and the mainland. Other than that, you don't have a lot to worry about. Set up to the Channel Islands. It's still sea bass biting up there, and big halibut are biting as well, but it's hit and miss. There's fish being caught at Roses, there's fish being caught at Santa Cruz Island. Some days they're doing well, some days they're not seeing a thing. I saw that the gray light had a lot of sea bass this week on different trips. Some they had multiple fish, some they only had one or two, some they had none at all. Same holds true for the halibut and stuff like that. The Aloha Spirit loaded up a nice halibut the other day. So you get in the right day, right condition, you can definitely catch those fish. But the good news is there's fish biting, even when those aren't. They're catching barracuda, calico bass, nice rockfish, sheephead, stuff like that. So there's plenty of action. And it's a great time of year to fish bass up there. They're definitely in their spawning mode and biting behind the water column, which makes for pretty fun fishing. I finally got a report from the northern coast. My friend Larry Heron of Calico Hunter Charters fished the north end of Malibu. So basically he fished south of Ventura Harbor, and I apologize, my nose is itching like crazy for some reason. Really good bass fishing. He said it was sub 60 degree water, 57 something early in the morning. But the fish bit really well, a lot of 3 to 6 pound calicos. He caught his personal best, which was a 9 pounder. And while it may not look like a 9 pounder in the photo, you gotta remember Larry is 6'5" and notoriously bad at taking photos. Sorry Larry, but that's a really nice fish. There's more to talk about in that kind of northern end of the bay thing, but I'm going to save that for after I cover the rest of the islands here. So before I go down to Clemente, there's been a couple of boats, namely the Amigo and the Pride, out of 22nd Street, who have been fishing somewhere, and it doesn't seem like the normal Clemente stuff. They may be at Clemente and just hiding backgrounds better or whatever, but I think they might be at Nick or SBI, I don't know. But the Amigo had 40 sea bass, a couple yellowtail, and a nice halibut the other day. There's been some sea bass scores at Clemente, but I haven't really seen any that consistent, mostly sea bass and not many yellows. And then the Pride did a multi-day trip. They had sea bass, yellows, and big tuna. And I know that tuna's off the west end of Clemente, so they may be, who knows, fishing Nick and then running over there, or fishing Clemente and then running up there. Could be either. But down at Clemente, the same story, that squid beds are down there on the east end backside. The parking lot is there every night. Guys are catching fish. Thunderbird, Fury, Eldorado are the sport boats. There's a bunch of private boats over there as well. The nights where they're not getting much squid, the fishing's pretty tough. Thunderbird had a pretty tough day the other day. But then sometimes when they're, it's been I'm talking all over myself here. That bite on the backside has been early. It's usually over by like 7 a.m. And a lot of days there's not a lot else to catch there as far as game fish go. But a couple days this week the fish bit pretty good on the front. I know the Thunderbird, I think they had 46 fish one day. And they had 20 something another. I think private boaters have a better shot at yellows over there. on the front than they do on the backside, unless you want to get there in the dark and sit there and catch squid and all that nonsense. You could probably find some fish breezing along the front. The problem with the sport boats is they only go maybe 8, 9, or 10 knots, so they're really limited as how far up the island they could look if they start on the east end backside and then want to get home in a reasonable amount of time. So they're not driving up and down that front side looking for fish. You know, you can run that 15 fathom curve like I was talking about the other day. If there's yellows, you'll find them somewhere along there. So a couple of bass guys fished over at Clementi this week. My friend James Little, he had some good bass fishing and weedless swim bait, stuff like that. I mean, it's just classic time of year for that. I might actually try and head out there this weekend if the stars align here. But Oliver from Big Bass Dreams let me know he's been fishing out there, and along with the bass, he's been getting some real nice reds. And they're fishing slow pitch jigs and things like that. So, fun way to catch them for sure. Heading into Catalina, the 3/4 boats have been doing really well over there lately. My friend Danny Erickson, who runs New Del Mar, went fishing with Phil on the Victory, and they had good bass and barracuda fishing. And they had his daughter got a real nice yellowtail, so that's good to see. Pursuit's been fishing over there every day. They're catching bass, bonita, barracuda, yellowtail, seabass, halibut, you name it. Pretty consistent, good summertime fishing. And I heard from Jared on the Gale Forest that the bigger bass were biting for them one day. You know, they're getting all nice grade of calicos on the sardines there. As far as private boaters go, I saw Jerry Mayhew from All Harbors Charters or something like that it's called. I don't remember the name of his charter business, but he's got a Robalo like mine. And he had just gotten back from Cat, and they had 4 yellows and a bunch of bass for a 3/4 charter he had, fishing sardines there on the front side. I talked to Bob Hoos, who was over there, I think Wednesday. Today's Thursday, yeah. So Tuesday or Wednesday, he's over there for the 4th of July, I think, on his boat, the Prospector. But he said there was a ton of boat traffic at the island, but it kind of cleared up after 4 p.m. A lot of the guys either went to anchor up on the front or went home if they're in day boats. But he said some big yellows around. They caught a real nice one here in late in the day at 6 p.m. So there's a little video of that.
Nice. Yeah. Nice fish, Bobby. Fucking fast. It's gotta be a bit. It's gonna be a little while. Yeah, top, mate. Nice one. Feisty. Here it is. Beautiful fish, Bobby. Got him, man. Nice. You. Right on. Fucking toe, dude. Oh, yeah. There it is. That was good, Bobby. Way to go, Nate Dog. Line on the decks. Oh, badass. What a great fight. Bob, what was that on? 20 Dacron. That's awesome.
So while I'm on the subject of Catalina, I should mention I was looking on Facebook the other day and I saw this notification about riptides from NOAA and warning people not to go out there because they're going to drown. But apparently the same riptides that kill the people along the coast are very similar to what you're looking for when you're fishing for sea bass along the beach of Catalina. And this image here that they have of it really shows what I'm talking about. So that outward pull of current creates eddies, which trap plankton, which attract bait fish, also creates dirty water for the sea bass to hide in, and makes it a perfect ambush point. So next time you're fishing, try looking for some riptides as opposed to avoiding them when you're swimming on the beach. Heading into the beach, speaking of that, Bobby Martinez is still at it up in the Santa Monica Bay. He fished with my friend Mike Stembridge from Pearl Swim Baits. Mike had 2 8-pound bass, I think a calico and a sand bass, and Bobby said it was pretty wide open on 3 to 6 pound fish. Why I don't just go and fish for that, I don't know. I continue to beat my head against the wall trying to catch them to kelp. They're fishing deeper water rocks and reefs, and I guess I just don't want to do that right now. So, speaking of that, I fished PB again, and I just keep hoping it's going to get better, and it doesn't. The fish are starting to act right now, but they are still not where they should be all the time. We probably had 15 plus bites. I think we caught 5 bass, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we were only out there for 3 hours, if that. A lot of good looking water. There'd been no bait anywhere. There's bait everywhere now suddenly, so hopefully it has to continue to improve because it couldn't get any worse. But I got a couple of videos of the fish we caught here, and it just shows you that when you find biters, they're biting in groups. We'll use that today for sure. Roll back. There you go, that's a nice one. That's a big one. Jumbo. YOLO. YOLO. All right. Nice. Nice one. Okay, easy, baby girl. Slow down. Slow down. Need this one to feed my family. Ooh. Good one.
Yeah.
7-inch slug. MC. Oochie dooch.
All right, next spot.
We'll hit this one again here. Maybe we'll catch 2 off it today.
Great. So that was a puller right there.
Plug it.
Yeah.
Hit it right.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You were on it, buddy.
The boiler is biting.
The cormorant's not acting very active. Oh, and the current's going straight out the beach. That's fantastic. My favorite direction.
It is. All the big ones are right on the rocks.
Yeah, let's keep going, Matt. Is this current going off the beach too, up ahead?
Right here.
Yeah, okay. Tells us all we need to know. No bait delivery system here at all. You got kelp on your prop? No. Seems like it. Maybe a couple casts here. Not told at least.
Chiquita, do 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 do.
And every bass we saw today was solo.
Yeah. Solo riders. Oh!
Oh, there's one.
That was, oh! Boy, there's a lot of bass right there.
Huh?
That's where your bass are right there.
Oh, seems like it.
There's a lot of them right there. Yeah. That was way out of the water.
Saw it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Isn't that weird? Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
that's a good one.
Huh? Yeah, it looks like a tugger.
Come on, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I can't run over you. Just trying to get your followers there.
There's no followers on
No.
this one.
He's off.
Not as big as he looked.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
All right. That's a good
Go
one.
weedless. Caught one.
That one fish that missed it was completely out of the water.
I saw it.
I'd like to see that slowed down.
All right, so the Seabass are starting to bite a little bit. I don't think they're really the migratory fish we had in the old days, but they're getting more active. The Victory had 100 bass for 20 guys and 40 barracuda go along with it. So it limits the Seabass and 40 nice barracuda. I saw that Oliver also fished local and had good Seabass fishing. So probably were getting him as well. Yeah, heading down to San Diego. I'm making this kind of short here because my battery's about to die on my camera, I can tell. Hopefully it hasn't already. Good calico bass bite for the half-day boats down there in San Diego. They're also getting some sea bass and halibut, yellowtail now and then mixed in. So that's good to see. Tom Troop went fishing this week. Had good calico bass fishing, got a few nice ones. Also got a nice halibut while he was fishing in the bay. They told me he boat flipped after all the trash I talked about him and his gaffing skills last week, so sorry about that, Tom. Down at the Coronado Islands, the yellowtail bite has definitely picked up. The Mission Bell's been going down there. They had 26 yellows from 20 to 30 pounds for 11 guys yesterday. Pretty impressive fishing. I saw the Lucky Bee 4-pack boat's been going down there and loading up on yellows, as well as Ray Summer on the Vendetta, who has been getting a lot of fish on the surface iron down there, which is cool. I think he's making some jigs, and they've been trying those out. You know, and a lot of you guys don't know Ray because he seems kind of new one to see, but he was running to San Diego back, I don't know, in the 90s or so. So he was a guy that disappeared for a long time and came back, and a real fishy guy. So if you want to check out a good boat, the Vendetta might be it for you. So I'm going to pause here for a second, check if my camera's still going. All right, we're still alive here, which is good news. Offshore fishing. So I heard talking some albacore. I got it from a new but seemingly reliable source that there was fish outside of and above Conception, probably within 70 miles of Santa Barbara, maybe a little bit further, maybe not. Commercial boats getting albacore out there. I was thinking about taking my skiff out there this weekend to try and see if I can catch one, break the internet, but considering that area is outside of the Southern California Bight and it's blowing 20 to 30 knots out there right now, I'm going to leave it to somebody else to go out there and try that. So, interesting news though. Maybe they'll slide down, maybe they won't. Maybe there are other places already outside of where we're fishing. Very likely chance of that as well. So there's basically two tuna zones. The stuff above Clemente on the escarpment and the stuff below, far below Clemente, down in Mexican waters, outside of the corner, that area down there. So lots of bluefin, but they're nothing really close to Long Beach or Huntington Beach, other than that stuff above Clemente. And then the stuff close to San Diego is the stuff on the outside and down at in the full day range stuff. But most of the stuff up north is nighttime fish or kite fish. My friends Sivery and Jared from the Gale Force, along with Chris Batts, whose dad John used to run the City of Long Beach a long time ago, and I think Chris is running the boat now, and their friend Chris Salas, they found some breezers up off that west end stuff and put the kite out, and they kept 1 to 3 going until they had limits for all 4 of them. Nice creative fishing, a little video of that here.
Yeah, buddy. Can't get to his break. Yeah, Chris, happy birthday.
Along that same vein, I got a report from Lori on the Apollo. They're on I think a 2-day trip, and had some good fishing for bluefin at night, all knife jig stuff, and during the day they got a lot of really nice big reds. I don't know where they're catching those reds, but I'm kind of jealous of that more than I am of the bluefin. But the Apollo, Jeff Jessup runs it, real top line charter operation. They've been running that 22nd Street landing. They're going down to Seaforth landing, I think today or tomorrow, and they've got some open party trips online that have some openings this weekend and next week. If you guys are looking for one, like an open party trip with a really fishy crew and a good boat, they're definitely something to check out. I know a few of the guys that work on there and known Lori for years. Her dad used to own the Redondo Special, and really fishy boat that really treats people well. So something to check out. Other stuff at night. The Tribute had 35 fish on a 1.5-day trip. I think most of those boats are fishing the southern stuff. I think some of the long range boats are fishing up north along with the boats from up here. But yeah, it's pretty consistent the way it's been with the nighttime bite being good. There's some full day fish to be caught as well. It's been a little bit more cooperative. There's smaller fish. They're biting flatline baits. You don't have to fish a 4-pound sinker or a diamond jig to catch one. Liberty, the San Diego, the Grande, they've all been getting them. Liberty had limits for 11 guys earlier this week, and I think the San Diego had 46 one day along with 14 nice big kelp patty yellows. So lots of options. It's going to be crowded out there this weekend, so bring your patience and maybe try and fish where other people aren't fishing. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but it's not going to be PV. So you guys have a great 4th of July and a great weekend, and good luck if you fish.